Hey everyone, this is Becky. I am just doing a video to show you guys my scrap room that I put together over the weekend with my husband's help. It's just a spare room that I've got in my house. It used to be my son's bedroom, but he didn't really like it. So he got moved in with my other two boys, and so I got his room. So it's upstairs of my house, and things are just kind of I've used from around my house that I'm not using at the moment. But hopefully someday I'll be able to put more into it and organize it and get better stuff. I guess I'll first start off with, this is my scrap table. My lighting is really bad in here, and I don't know why, because I've got a big window and my light is on, but I'm shooting this on my phone, so that could be it. So this is just an old table that was in my garage. It's made out of barnwood and stuff. The top of it is. This is where I do my crafts. So I've got my heat gun and I don't know if you can see it, my heat gun and my hot glue gun, and then of course my TV with a couple of stamps on it. I keep these ones so I can remember to stamp on my projects. And then I also, if I can get it, I have my cigar box right here that I got from Sharon at Mini Album Scraps, and I'm just keeping some stuff in there. So there's that. And then there's my paper trimmer and my scoreboard behind here, and just my paintbrushes and my dauber or my ink blending tool thing, and just some odds and ends of stuff there. And of course my ATG and just stuff that I use a lot. My ruler, and there's a tool set in here that I got a long time ago. And then these drawers I don't really know what to do with. I've been doing scrapbooking and crafts for a long time, about 15 years, so it's just a lot of it's outdated and I don't know what to do with, but I don't have the heart to just throw stuff away, so I figure I just keep it. I just have just odds and ends of stuff in here right now. Like in here I've just got like chipboard pieces and different stuff from different projects that I've worked on a long time ago. And in here I've got that mini frame that I got from Sharon in the cigar box, and some embossing templates and just different stuff. I don't really have organization just yet. I figure I'll just do it as I go. In here I have like stickers and bling, stuff that I'm doing projects with right now. Chipboard pieces, photo corners, and some little snowflake things that I'm doing with the project. And here I have color pencils and my markers that I got in my cigar box, and some of these Sharpie pens that I got at Michael's that I still haven't used. Just different, these are little, I guess, handmade paper. I got this a long time ago, and vellum stack. And then in here I just have some paper flowers And then I pulled out, this used to have all nothing but paints in it, if I can get it, the light in it. So, let's just kind of see if I can show you. I kind of got like all of my Tim Holtz stuff. Like, this is all just a line of, lined up with Tim Holtz, all of the stuff that I've collected. This I got in that cigar box. And then I got one of my friends had a box from their sister-in-law, her sister-in-law, that she worked at a scrapbook store and it closed, and so I guess she got a lot of the remains that were left. And so she brought this box over to me. A lot of the stuff's kind of outdated, but I could still use it on projects here and there. So this was in there, and these are all like metal alphabet squares. And that's full of them. And I guess it was a Making Memories store, because it's what all this is. There's little game board tags, these metal charm plaques. There's a whole bunch of these like frames for scrapbooking. I got a couple of those. There's some more charmed quotes. They're metal. And then these are leather. They're label holders. And then some like paper tags that have little sayings on them. Those are cute. And then I got eyelets. These are just what I use. And I've got a crocodile. And then a knob that I'm using for my wedding album. And then over here, I just kind of put stuff in a stack that I'm going to use for my wedding album. And tags that I used for my tag swap. And then in here, I've got stickers. And a lot of them came from that box that my friend brought over. And so I just kind of put all my stickers in there. And then in this thing, this all used to be in my bedroom closet. And so I kind of lived out of this thing. It's kind of like a tool holder thing. I know you can't really see it. But up here I've got all my scissors. And then in the middle I've got like my brads and stuff. Like this is alphabet brads. And then in the bottom I've got charm. And then some eyelets. Like this is full of eyelets. And then some circle cutting tools. And then I've just got little tiny drawers that have junk in them that I don't know what to do with yet. And let's see. Oh, and then down here, let's kind of start to do this. In here, I've got all of my, there's like a circle cutter and a mat and like a stamp holder. Some of this stuff was my mom's and she passed away, and so I inherited it, but I'm really glad that I did. And then just some like stencils. Got a whole bunch of those. I don't know where I even got them from. They were a long time ago. And then in here I've got that stuff for like that paper quilling, or my mom was really into that. She used to do all kinds of stuff with that. And then this is my old outdated stuff that I just don't want to get rid of, but I don't know what to do with. It's like foam alphabets, foam shapes, like flowers and stuff, and hearts. That's nothing but foam hearts. So, and then there's contact paper. And then down in here, there's some stuff that I got from my mom's house, and it's just got some of the, I don't know, I don't even know what you'd call this, but I saved it. It's just like this kind of embroidery floss, I don't know, but it came in a bag and it was like this in the bowl, so I kept it. And then underneath that I've just got some stuff from like newspaper clippings and stuff like that about my family or about 9/11, so saving that. And then in here I've got a light, and then that's full of craft books and magazines. And then in here I've got, these are my rose petals from my wedding, and my tulle from my wedding, and there's some braided cord and yarn, some more tulle, and then in here I've got all of my ribbons. This is all full of ribbon. Really isn't that much. I've kind of put it together so it's not just all over the place. Kind of like this is that jute, or I don't know what you call it, and this like black lace, cream colored stuff, blue, and then there's this, my mom did this as a lampshade, and she put it around the bottom, so there was leftovers, so I saved it. And then like pearls, I've got pearls in there. Kind of put it all in baggies, separated it. And then there's this stuff, I don't really know what it is. I don't know. And then, let's see. Underneath I've just got my sewing machine in a box, a garbage can, that's all I really have under there. And then up here, got my stamps, stamp pad, more stamp pads, and then my Tim Holtz stuff. I don't know why it's sticking. Like all of my distress inks. And then my little dauber. And then, so I don't have very many like wood stamps or ink pads, but over here I've got my punches, which that's all I have. But I love them. It's nice to have them out because then I know what I've got. And then I've got Prima flowers that I tried to emboss. I watched a video by Velma, and so I'm trying that out. This hasn't gone very great, but I think it's just colors of inks that I have that I don't like. So I bought this great big thing for it. And then I've got shipping envelopes. That is what I'm going to use to spray in, because I've seen somebody do it on a YouTube video. You put a coffee filter in there, you put whatever you're spraying in there, so it's like it'll catch like all the overspray. And then I've got my embossing tray, the little thing that catches the powder in here. I'm going to keep all my glues and tapes and stuff. And then I've got my glue sticks, and then my stamps. These are all my clear ones. There's my blocks, and then I just got all of my clear stamps. So I've got quite a few, well, not quite a few, but I've got some of those. And then down here I've got some mini albums that I'm working on. I know you can't see that. And then in here is nothing but beads and stuff like that. And then these were my mom's. She was a artist, and so she had stuff like this. She has a sketch kit. And then these are like chalks. I don't know. There's just all different kinds of colors. I don't know what I would use it for if I ever did. And then she also had this, which is like colored pencils. And that's full of nothing but colored pencils. So there's that. And then stand up, and then there's my view out my window. It snowed here. So my house is pretty tall. And then I've just got a blanket hanging in the window. And then that's a picture that my mom drew. This room is kind of weird because if you can kind of see, my walls kind of go up. They're like vaulted because I'm in the upstairs, so they're shaped like the top of my house, how the eaves come in, or whatever they're called. Over here is a filing cabinet, and this is all my 12 by 12 paper that I'm using, and let's see, and then this is like all scraps, 8 by 11 papers that I got. And then just in here, I'm just going to try and organize it. I put all those papers that I got in that box from my friend in here. So, just trying to organize all of that. And then this is all my shipping stuff. And then down here I've got, this is all that 12 by 12 paper that I received from that box from my friend. So some of it is outdated and some of it I will probably use. I'll probably try and use all of it. But for now it's just going to stay there. And then the bottom, there's nothing in that. But my closets are a little bit shorter than I am. I'm about 5'5", so my closet's probably like 5'4". And there's two of them. This one is like a little tiny itty bitty closet. And I'll turn the light on so you can see. And I've just got picture frames, and that's all of my mom's cake decorating stuff. Those are my balls, my kissing balls that I made for my wedding, and my wedding dress. So it's just kind of like a little tiny closet. And then this one is actually nailed shut from when it was my son's room, because it's kind of creepy in there. It goes in and it goes into like a playroom. And so there's some holes in the ceiling that we needed to fix, so we just nailed it shut until we could get them fixed, because we're painting. So once we paint, we can fix as we go along. That's my door. And then of course my floor is plywood. There was carpet in here, but it was really gross when we moved in, so we ripped it out. And we don't know what we're going to do with it yet. But we have time to decide, because we don't know if we're going to paint it or put carpet or something over the top of it. Because the rest of my house is hardwood floors. So, we don't know if we're going to make it match or not, because this is the only room that's like this. This thing my husband hung on the wall. It's from my garage, so it's kind of beat up, but I'll probably paint it when we paint the rest of the house. And in here, it's not very deep, but I put all my paints. And a lot of this came from my mom's, like all my acrylics. So that's all my paints. I just kind of have like all of the acrylics, and then I don't know, there's this like metallic stuff, and some wood stain, paint thinner. This stuff, it's like, what is it? Stencil paint. That she stenciled leaves all on her wall when she had when her house was still up. They tore it down not too long ago. This stuff is like, she was an artist, so she had like all this stuff that she used. And then that's stuff that I've just bought my Tattered Angels, and then some of the metallics. And then this, all of this stuff was from her, and then the gesso was mine. Some alcohol ink, stickles, some floral stuff, some wires. And then up here, those are some pictures that my mom did in her art class. So I just kind of put them up there when I was going through her art stuff. And these are those like colored rocks. And I had those at my wedding around the floral arrangements on the tables. So those are in a bottle on top of my stuff because I don't know what else to do with them. And then down here I have, this is all pictures, sentimental stuff. This is stuff that I eventually want to do something with. I have in that bottom box some of my very first scrapbooks. And then all of this is like stuff that I've kept. It's got stuff in it. My son had surgery, so I kept like the little wrist bracelets, the hospital bracelets from it. So I'm going to hopefully be able to put that in a book someday. And then this bottom thing, this stuff on top is flowers from my wedding. That was left over from my wedding that I cut into, so I had to keep them. And then in here, I have, if I can get it open, like fabric. I used to do quilts on and off and different stuff with fabric. I haven't really done it that long, or I haven't done it for a while, so I've just kind of got fabric pieces and stuff like that. Yarn. And there's some like quilt kits in the bottom of this one. So that's pretty much all that's in there. And then this is my runner from my wedding. My aisle runner. So I think I'm going to keep it and try to put put it in some of my scrapbook stuff. I don't know, it's kind of pretty if you can see the design on it. And then that stuff is like paper for painters. It was my husband's, and he said that I could have it because paint and stuff's not supposed to leak through it. So figured if I'm doing anything messy, I can do that. And then this is kind of like a piece of plywood that we have up. Let me back up a little bit. If you can see, it's kind of an access way, but if I take it down, it's like another little room. So it's like another little playroom kind of sort of thing, closet. And it's got a light in it and stuff, but it's only probably 3 feet tall. So, and then I think that's everything. That's my craft room. I'm gonna hopefully be able to do more stuff. I've been looking on Pinterest, getting ideas, and got some really cool ideas from, I think her name is HB Khalees. She's on YouTube, and I'll put her link because she's the one that inspired me to do this video. And so, just to kind of, she's got some really good ideas about using like boxes and putting them in like dividers in them, making her own dividers and putting them in there to organize her stuff. So I'm going to do that, but I'm just going to do it as I work on my projects, just to kind of see what I need to do about like organizing it according to what I use. So sorry about my lighting, so not that great. You can kind of see my table. So I haven't really been able to come up in my room because I've been so busy, but hopefully sometime this week I will be able to. That is my room. Thanks for watching, and leave any comments. I know that my room's not that elaborate, great, and I've kind of got mixed match furniture, but I hope that you like my video, and thanks for watching.